What's up, guys? Kool-Aid here, and today we're going to take our first look at the Demolition class. Now, there's a lot to like about this class, and there's a lot to dislike about this class. First, we'll start off with what I believe is to be the weakness of the class. You're going to notice right away that this class, again, like the Heavy Gunner, is very, very slow. In fact, I think this is actually the slowest class in the game. And you can tweak that a little bit by adjusting the attachments on your weapons, primary weapons, but you can't really make this class speedy, that's for sure. To touch on the primary weapons, that's the other part of this class that I would say is very weak. I would say these guys actually have the worst primary weapons in the game. You have the choice between some of these mini assault rifle things. I don't even know what you actually call these. I believe in the real world, once you take all the attachments off these guns, these are actually, you can go out and buy these, the semi-auto versions, and I believe they're actually classified as pistols. So that's just how short and kind of worthless these things are. Now, they're not bad in close range. They're not unusable, but they're just not all that good. The other option you have with this class is the AA-12 auto shotgun, and that's actually what I've been using. That's what I've been having the most success with. You can throw a 12-round drum magazine on this thing, and you're going to get horrible range. This thing drops off considerably fast. However, in close range, in about 8 meters and closer, you're going to absolutely dominate people. I mean, you shouldn't be losing any fights in close range with this gun. So I just like the security to know that I'm at least going to win close range battles. With the other weapons, you might win the close range, but they're not even better at close range than anything else. So that's why I would recommend the A12, or at least that's what I'm having the most success with. But where this class really starts to shine is in combat mission and hotspot. The number one thing about this class that you need to know is that it does arm and disarm bombs twice as fast as any other class. That is huge. That automatically makes this class useful. Now, you add on the class-specific ability, which is the Ballistic Suit, and now we're really talking. You can really do some good things with this class. This is basically the cream of the crop when it comes to playing hotspot and combat mission, or at least for arming and disarming bombs. What I actually like to do is I like to arm the bomb, find somewhere safe, then put on my ballistic suit. Some people will probably say walk up to the bomb, throw on your ballistic suit, arm, then run away. I wouldn't suggest doing that, because by the time you walk up, it does take a couple seconds to arm your ballistic suit. That's valuable time where you could actually just already be disarming. One little trick that I learned from watching Empty Box, or that he actually brought up on his channel, is that you can arm this while sliding. So one good strategy is to run at the bomb, slide, and while you're sliding into plant or disarm, then arm your ballistic suit while you're doing it. So you lose basically no time whatsoever. You'll have your ballistic suit on, and you'll be able to disarm with your ballistic suit, so you'll be able to take that much more damage in case somebody starts shooting you. So to go along with your primary weapons, you're also going to get the Vickers 1911 as your sidearm. Now, this is probably the best handgun in the game. I wouldn't say it's the best sidearm. I still say the 870 is probably going to be better, just because it has that one-hit kill potential. But the 1911 is going to do 50 damage in close range. So it's going to be a two-shot kill up until about 10 meters. Then it's going to drop off considerably fast. However, when I use this with the A12, I consider this my medium range gun. The A12 just isn't going to do anything at medium range. I mean, literally nothing. So if you can pull out the 1911 and get a couple headshots, you can still drop people in 3 to 4 shots with this thing, even at that range. The maximum damage drop off is down to 20. So 3 headshots will be a kill. 2 headshots and a body shot should be a kill as well. Also, to go along with this kit, you will be getting the remote charge. This is not necessarily better or worse than a frag grenade. Actually, in most circumstances, a frag grenade is probably gonna help you more. But in a lot of circumstances, this is really, really good. For instance, if I'm on one side of cover and I know there's a guy on the other side of cover, this thing will lob perfectly over the top of that, fall down right next to him, and I don't believe they get any sort of grenade indicator or anything for a remote charge. So it works out really nicely. You can also use this if you arm a bomb, set it by the bomb. If you see somebody come up, explode it, obviously. A lot of times that won't work because people tend to throw grenades at bombs before they run in. I know I do a lot of time, just to try and clear anything out of the way. But at the very least, you're going to have a lot of fun with it. Just make sure not to explode yourself because the blast radius is pretty considerable. But anyways, lastly, we're going to talk about the point streaks. And the tier 1 point streak in this class is probably, I think, the best one in the game. It works perfect in conjunction with the whole theory behind the demolition. I mean, if you find somewhere, if you arm a bomb, find somewhere safe, have your ballistic suit on overlooking the objective, and have this grenade launcher, you are going to cap. It's almost guaranteed. If you don't, that means somebody either snuck behind you and tomahawked you in the back, or you failed miserably, because that is like the ultimate, you're never getting this bomb diffused setup right there. A few tips to go with this grenade launcher is, I would actually die once you get it. Like, seriously, if you die, you come back in with the grenade launcher still, and then a full ballistic suit. You can literally use that grenade launcher to get yourself another grenade launcher. It's kind of cheap, but that's how the game works. And I've done that multiple times. Another tip is you can actually get a tier 1 point streak is something, say like the heavy gunner, which I don't like their tier 1 point streak, and then actually switch over to demolitions once you die and use the grenade launcher. It's also kind of cheap, but it's in the game and it works. And I've done that multiple times because this grenade launcher is so damn good. You really want to take advantage of it when you can. As far as the rest of the kill streaks go, the SMAW is probably great for taking out air, but there's got to be air in the sky when you get it. Other than that, you're just going to basically be getting the same thing as a grenade launcher, but with only 2 shots. So can't really say the SMAW is all that impressive to me. Next is the robot. I haven't used this yet, so maybe I'm underestimating this thing, but from watching some videos, I can't say that I'm going to be a big fan of this thing. Anything that makes me have to control a little uncontrollable, annoying robot, I don't think I'm going to like. It's probably going to be a couple easy free kills out of harm's way, but granted, it's going to take you out of the game. It's going to restrict you from doing a lot of things that are going to be vital to actually winning the game, such as guarding stuff. I mean, it's just putting you in that robot is not, to me, is not going to be a big help. But it doesn't matter. The first point streak in this class is so good. That's the one you're going to be getting the most, and it's just so good that the rest of them, it just simply doesn't matter how bad it is. So overall, this class probably not so great for game modes like TDM or sector control. I mean, it can still be used in those. The biggest problem is you have short-range weapons without the speed to make up the distance, like Spec Ops does. They have short-range weapons, but they're fast. They can make up the distance. This class doesn't have that. If you use the ballistic suit to its full potential, you'll do fine in those game modes. However, to me, it's not my favorite by any means. Now, in combat mission and hotspot, that's where this class really starts to shine. That's where you're really going to be a utility to your team, and that's where this class should really be played more often. So that's pretty much all I got. Please rate this video, and as always, thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later.